the youth aspirants will not be able to come together and form one gigantic political entity where their political ambitions will be actualized?
It wouldn't be that easy.
So today I'm with the president of Nigeria Union in Italy, and we are here to discuss about the politics in Nigeria. Professor Kingsley Moghalu.
Kingsley
What do you
Moghalu,
think
yes.
about his candidacy? Yes.
Oh, Kingsley Moghalu is very, very okay based on his profile, his reputation. He's a successful businessman. He has what it takes because he has a reasonable wealth of experience. As I said before, he has been to the United Nations. He has worked there. He has been the deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. So I think this man already is very, very close to governance. So he has this experience and he understands most of the functions of governance, how most of the things are done because he has already been into it. He's very, very okay. He's very, very ready. If someone like him could have been the president of Nigeria, could have said, okay, let us give him a try and see with his wealth of experience and education and everything. But it all boils down to the same thing that we are saying. Because these young politicians, it is good that they all want to go into politics now and try to revive Nigeria. But the truth of the matter is, nobody is winning now. Because the institutions of Nigeria...
Even Professor Kingsley Moghalu, a man with political consistency.
Yes. Nobody is winning now because the institutions in Nigeria are not functional.
You mean the
young aspirants. In 2019, we are going to see if Buhari is alive. I pray that he's alive. I don't wish him to die, but we know that he's sick. So we are going to see Buhari again re-elected. Luckily, maybe somehow, Atiku Abubakar, who is also an aspirant, can also win. We also have someone like Al Mustafa, that has been the chief security officer of Abacha, that is also contesting. So these things are not as easy as we think. These people are there, and there are a lot of powerful people already there that have been in politics. We have Donald Duke, we have Fayose, we have even Tunde Bakare, even this footballer, Kanu Nwankwo, is contesting too. He is an aspirant.
Kanu is contesting.
Yeah, Kanu is also he's also an aspirant.
I read about him in BBC the other day. He said he's not running. I am not sure. I'm not sure.
His name is on the list. I'm telling you. Most aspirants will not talk to you now. They will wait till the right time. But I'm telling you that if you want, I can send you the list when you have time. You go through it. Oh. His name is on the list. Our very funny comedian, Basketmouth, his name is on the list. Pastor Tunde Bakare, Fela Durotoye, there are very many. There should be about 40 or 38 as of today. They are all aspirants and they have declared their intentions to INEC.
And I will say this to most people that are the aspirant, people that are coming up now, they say they want to contest. They are always saying that they want to contest. No party has accepted them yet. And they too, most of them I know, they don't even have a party. And most of them have not even set up their own political party because I know it's only two political parties that rules Nigeria. If these two political parties did not take you, then you are nobody. Because you know why? The oldest woman in Nigeria, let me say, for example, is 70 years old mother. Like my mother-in-law, she's 80-something years old. She only knows two parties, which is Umbrella and Broom, which is ABC and PDP. So she doesn't know who is Sowore or doctor or professor or whoever is coming, they are not interested. And these are the people that want to vote. Whether they have vote we count or not, or they are the one that want to vote. They don't know all these people.
Yes, you are right.
Yes, and now nobody knows who is coming yet because no party have declared any presidential candidate. So for that reason, whoever that is contesting need to be very careful with his words and how we interact.
So do you mean that the youths who are campaigning in diaspora, they are wasting their time?
Because in Nigeria, there is a system that they knew that if they come to Nigeria to start campaigning the way they are doing it in the diaspora now, most of their sins will be brought out. So they need to go to diaspora and make some noise. And when they are coming home, they will still bow down to the cabal of the system, or else they cannot even function.
But Omoyele has been campaigning in Nigeria though. He visited many states in Nigeria. He even visited, I think he visited Edo State as well.
He's not campaigning. Omoyele is not. He came, yes, he came. He's not campaigning. He's making his intention known. Campaign has not started in Nigeria.
Okay. Yeah.
They should get it correctly in diaspora. Campaign has not started in Nigeria. It's only making your intention know that you want to contest. It's until your party accredit you and flag out as their aspirant, then the campaign will start. So whatsoever they are doing now is what we call mosquito campaign in PDP language, I will quote. They will call it mosquito campaign. So they are trying to introduce themselves that I am interested in this position.
Okay.
It is very confusing when you say I am interested in something and then you are saying that I am going for it. An interest in something is like when you take a decision in your life to make a move. That decision needs determination to accomplish. So that decision enough is not an accomplishment. It's just a decision. So if your party that you belong to is going to accept you, you are not the only person in the party. They still have other people in that same party where you belong that are interested in the same position. So there's going to be a primary election in your party. Because if you win the heart of the people and you did not win the heart of your party members who are going to vote for you in the primary election, you have just finished wasting your time. So whether Sowore or whoever they are, they call themselves that are contesting, I see them and I laugh. Because at the end of the day, the least person in the party that will cast his last vote, if he's not satisfied with him or her, no need. Even the president we are saying that has declared his intention to run 2019 has not publicly told us in Nigeria that he's coming. It's just news, it's just procrastinations. Until he show up and say, I am interested, this is my form. The party has did a primary election and he came out as the presidential aspirant of his party, then we know he is coming back. For now, we are not aware he's coming back. It's just procrastination started the day he assumed office. They started asking, are you coming back for 2019? When he's not even aware of what is going into 2015. So if they are repeating it this time around, I guess they are getting it all wrong. Because out here in Nigeria, I will tell you the truth, the system is calm. Everywhere is calm. It's just calm. What is going to happen next, nobody knows, because everybody has a plan. Everybody knows what is going to happen. If I will say this now, and it's true, if the president declares his intention to come back for 2019, and the party gives him the ticket to do so, he will win the election. Let me tell you why. Because there is what they do here in Nigeria. If they take, there is what they call it zoning. They have zoned it to the Northerners. So Northerners is supposed to rule for 8 years. So not even Obasanjo could stop that, anybody or else. Whoever call himself Abba can stop that. It is a system that must function. And they too that want to stop it have enjoyed it. So they cannot stop the next person. It's only when the president says in his party, not in my party or not in any other person's party, for example, except the president did not declare his intention or the ticket was not given to him to go for the next term. Then we can try some of all these other guys and see how we can feed them in. But if the president declares his intention, as corrupt as country are, he's taking it. The only thing that would change the government of the day was in the time of Jonathan, who was educated, and he proved to the world that he was really educated. So he let it be, let the people's choice, let them take what they want, and they have what they want, and he's happy about it. So except that, it is the only man has proven that quality in Nigeria. Even Obasanjo today, when he was leaving office, he was fighting for third tenure. He was fighting for, it was a great war. So now, if somebody can just let it be and say, let the will of the people be, I don't want to shed blood because I want to remain in the office, and he let it be. This guy is not going to let it be. If he declares intention, he's not going to let it be so. That is to say, that if he said he's not coming back for 2019, and then the ballot is open, then we can try. Okay. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. But the fact is that the only system of government in Nigeria from the hands of the cabal of the old people of our father.
Out of all these youth aspirants, which one do you think is capable of running Nigeria?
One thing that I know, because we don't just have to think, we don't just have to say, okay, let's just talk because we want to talk. They could all be good, they could all be qualified, they could all be intelligent. But just as I said before, the Nigerian institutions are not functional.
Oh, yeah, for them to win.
For them to win, that one, but for now, is by the wayside because nothing is functioning in Nigeria. Most of them in the end may not even get close to nomination. And even if they do, they will have little or no votes. Because the PVC that they are going to use to vote, the PVC that they are going to use to vote is being manipulated by the cabals, these old people. Because we thought of electronic voting when we have not been able to put together a concise database of the Nigerian citizens. People are going to come in from other countries to register as voters in Nigeria. They are going to pick some people that are even like 16 years, 17 years, and they are going to register as voters. They will pay them. So most of these things, these old people are going to make sure they get as many as PVC cards, millions, which means the election is not going to be free and fair. The PVC has only helped Nigerians, the Nigerian politicians, to rig elections peacefully. Because in 2015, we noticed that in the South region of Nigeria, millions of people couldn't vote with their PVC. They even humiliated our incumbent president. The incumbent president couldn't vote with his PVC. I think his own wife as well. I think the vice president as well. A lot of people couldn't vote, but nobody talked about this. Some people just came out to say the elections were free and fair, No, it didn't happen like that. That's why sometimes when people ask me, what do you have with Sowore? I do not have anything with him because a journalist is supposed to be the watchdog of the society. But in 2015, Sowore actually betrayed Nigerians, and he knows what I'm saying. He betrayed Nigerians because Nigerians are depending on him to hear the truth, but he didn't tell them the truth then. He supported Buhari, and now you are the same person that is saying Buhari is not good, that you want to come in.
Yes. I connected with my brother on live video on Facebook. The same thing he said. He said Sowore is supposed to be that anti-political corruption, somebody like a radical political activist. Somebody like that, not a president. That is what my brother said.
Yes, he's also correct because Sowore, if you see his own courage, is better off as an antagonist, an activist,
like
a kind of
activist.
A pressure machine on the government. You understand? Because based on his experience, even during his school days, he was in the SUG. He has always been someone advocating. We know all this. He would have been better off as the activist that he is. We all have our own gift. I believe the gift that God gave Sowore is to watch and criticize and point things out angrily. The way he's doing it. You understand? Because someone like Sowore can hardly be diplomatic because The fire in him is the fire to condemn the evil that other people are doing. And we have seen recently the way he's going about talking, and there's a question someone asked him the other day. It was like, that's simple. Do it like this, do it like that. No, these things are not that simple as you think. It takes a lot. He would have been better off as a critic that he has been. I tell you the truth. Because now he's trying to run as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which he already knows that is not going anywhere. Because everyone has his own gift. Just like Gani Faweyemi before something later happened to him, we saw he concentrated on that area and he continued. You understand me? We all have we have our own dreams and our own gift. So you don't just say because there is problem in Nigeria, you want to take advantage and start taking people for granted. This 2019 election, Sowore is not a threat to Buhari. Is not a threat to Atiku Abubakar. The life inside social media is different from the life in reality. You understand me? We have about 180 million Nigerians, our total population, and the internet users should be about 80 million, thereabouts. Then the number of people that we vote in this 80 million will be less than 10 million. I'm telling you the truth. We have to analyze these things critically. You understand? Because if you see, as of today, we have about, according to INEC, we have about 70 million registered voters already. And these 70 million registered voters, over 65% of them are from the north already, as of today. You understand? So the northern region already has more voters as of today. So let's say,
why is it that they have more voters?
Okay,
Why?
you're asking me, but that is the statistics now, because if they are having about 60, let's say if they are already having about 65 million registered voters, the South should be having about 35 now, or 25. Let's put it that way. So in the end, maybe if it is going to be something like 100 million, so we are going to be sure that this northern part we have like 60 million, and the southern part we have like 40 million. You understand? So already this 60 million, we go to the north, most especially, and it's Buhari or Atiku. Then if we come to the south region, we are going to have people like Sowore, Tunde Bakare, Fayose, Donald Duke. You understand me? So we don't know who yet. But already, counting by the registered voters, the north is already ahead. Because these are the same people that will bring people into Nigeria from any part of the world to come and register as a voter. And there is nothing to prove that they are not Nigerians.
There are many youths who are trying to prove their attention of running for the president of Nigeria. We have this Fela Drotoye. We have Professor Kingsley Moghalu. We have Sowore, Omoyele Sowore. There are a lot of them. Which one do you think is capable of running Nigeria right now?
Right now, Nigeria is still running a cabal system. The only way we can stop that cabal system from functioning in Nigeria if there is revolution. And it is only revolution that can bring it up. If somebody like Sowore, for example, I can see him is very young, he has a lot of energy, and he talks proudly. Even when he went to see the Emir of North, he was very rude in his statements and all the rest of them. Such persons in Nigeria does not need to belong to a political party. If he belongs to a political party, then he will be corrupt by the politics of Nigeria. So such person is supposed to be a leader to fight against it. I will see him as he have a lot of energy. The problem I'm having with all the youth, with all the young people that are coming for the presidential seats, you should recognize your elders. You should respect them for what they are. You should be close to them so that they can tell you why they failed. so that you can understand the reason why they are still failing, and then fight with your energy, not fighting them. There is something that is holding African leaders back not to develop Africa. We should ask them all over Africa, why can't you people do this for us?
Is there any other youth that you would prefer to be the president of Nigeria outside of Omoyele?
Outside of Omoyele, I would prefer some other a little bit elders.
Do you think that cabals in the South cannot also manipulate the votes?
Most of the cabals in the South are also loyal to Buhari at the moment. Don't forget. Because he is the incumbent president. So they are going to make most of the things to reflect in his own favor. Remember, the institutions in Nigeria are not functional. The National Population Commission, the Independent National Electoral Commission, the Nigeria Immigration Service, the judiciary, the police force, nothing is functional at the moment. So if we cannot put these things in order, do not think that it will be easy to overthrow these cabals. Because we are saying all this now, a lot of young people are still very, very loyal to these old people because they give them money, they give them food, they help them, and they are still ready to die for them.
Happy about this,
Let us try as much as possible to start the invasion from the bottom, so that we will know that we have started from this point. Take, for instance, Sowore is contesting the governor of his own state, or a local government chairman, whichever it is. Moghalu is also contesting in his own state. The other one is contesting in his own state. Some are gunning for senatorial positions, while some are gunning for House of Representatives. See, before you know it, these young people will dominate. But everyone just have the hunger of becoming the president, thinking that the only way to change Nigeria is to be the president. That is where we are getting it wrong. That is where the strategy is not right. And this strategy that we are using is going to make us to get tired, and the old people will continue to rule.
When I interviewed Dr. Felix, a Nigerian presidential aspirant, Dr. Felix, when I interviewed him here in Toronto, I said, why don't you start from the grassroots, like being a councillor first? He said, no. He said, if I have to start from councillor, which means I will be polluted before getting on top. Some people say that in order for you to run for the president of Nigeria, you're supposed to start from the grassroots.
I will not leave America and go to Nigeria to go and run for House of Rep or all those offices.
For councillor.
I will not do that. You know why I will not do it?
Why?
I can't effect the change that I want.
Why? But if you start from councillor,
I will not. I don't want.
After a few years,
I will not.
For the governor,
no.
Before running for the president of
I will
Nigeria.
not consider it. I'm telling you the plain truth. Where the top become corrupt, what can I do?
You have already admitted that you can be polluted. So if you can be polluted as a councillor, then it's going to be very easy to be polluted as a president.
Which does not trust himself.
Yes, see, most of these young people lack experience. This is the plain truth. See, as I am now, there is nothing that you tell me about the Nigerian politics. I believe they should know the same thing. They should know the same thing, because these people, at the end of the day, they are going to tell you, they can even say in Ondo State, if they say 10 million people will not vote in Ondo State, the 10 million people will not vote. Because there is nothing to regulate these things at the moment. Nothing is functioning. Nothing is functioning because it is how they want it, and that is how it will be. Dead people are going to vote. I told you before. Let the youth get prepared for a greater battle ahead by starting from the bottom. We need to take over these institutions. We don't have to be overambitious. Let the youth now get ready, enlist to the police force, go to try to contest as House of Rep members, Senate, governors, local government chairmen, invade INEC as officials, invade the Nigeria Immigration Service, invade the National Populations Commissions. First of all, we must put the institutions in place. Because like here in Italy or maybe in Canada, if anything is going wrong, if the president is taking decisions that is not favoring the citizens, the court has the right to veto that decision. But it does not happen in Nigeria. These young people that are contesting, you see that they don't understand what is happening in Nigeria, or they already know, they just want to make noise. They just want to make noise, because if you see these young people making noise now, they are not even supposed to be campaigning or making noise now. They are supposed to wait till at least November or wait till August for the party nominations to begin. The nominations have not started yet. For instance, there are 20 people. In the end, they are going to bring out one person only. The others are going to pay to collect the nomination form. Everybody will pay to collect the nomination form from INEC, but in the end, only one person will be selected. So if we have like 10 political parties in Nigeria, and as of today, we have 200 presidential aspirants, at the end, by November, we will have only 10 presidential aspirants. Okay. That is how it works. There are procedures. So these young people too, they should know. And going around to campaign now, they are risking, because you are not supposed to campaign until about 3 months before the election, which is supposed to be around November. You understand? And most of them, they have started campaigning. And it's not something that you should be doing, because if you see someone like Buhari, he has not started moving around to campaign. You've not seen people like Atiku Abubakar moving around to campaign. You have not seen people like Donald Duke moving around to campaign, because they are already experienced. So these young people, maybe they are overambitious and carried away, being able to contest as president, but it is not contesting that matters. Will you be there to finish the race? Because most of them will not be there anymore to finish the race. Look, let me tell you, when the time comes to obtain a nomination form, many of these young people, they will pull back, because to obtain a nomination form is also expensive. So there are a lot of things that these people, maybe they don't know yet. So I'm trying to tell them that the best way to change Nigeria is not to become the president of Nigeria. It is to get involved in the grassroots, first of all, so that we can be able to turn the institutions around. If the institutions are functioning, then we can take over Nigeria. See, I'm saying it categorically clear now. Anybody that is watching this video, none of these young presidential aspirants will be elected as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2019. And I know they know this themselves. If they want to be sincere, they already know. They just want to try, but this is not a good way to try. We are not playing.
Oh, please.
I believe they should have tried.
We don't want those taboos to run Nigeria anymore.
But we are not using. We are not using. See, we are not using the right strategies. No, if we cannot apply the right strategy, we cannot take it from them. The way we are going about it now, we will not be able to take it from them, because as we speak now, they are already mobilizing people from other parts of the world, other parts of Africa, to come and register as voters. They have started it. We are busy traveling abroad, campaigning around, talking to the Nigerians in diaspora that cannot vote in Nigeria, while these people are already mobilizing people from around Nigeria, Chad, Niger, Mali, Ghana, Cameroon. They are mobilizing people into Nigeria to register as voters already. So in the end, how can you win them when they already have most of the PVCs? Truth. Nigerians, they don't like the truth. We are all saying, we are tired. This boy is APC. This boy is PDP. He is against Sowore. No, this is the truth. I do not belong to APC. I was in PDP for many years, but I left them because of the mess. So this is just the truth. The strategy, our approach now, is not going to help us. We have to use another approach so that we can. I also want Nigeria to be liberated, but this way we are not going to liberate Nigeria. But do you know that each state governor has the possibility to develop his own state to a very, very good extent? So if everybody in a state is a good state governor, we will have good states in Nigeria, because every month each state receives their federal allocation. They will now add it to their eternally generated revenue, which they are supposed to be using to develop their states. We have state schools, we have state hospitals, we have state roads, we have state everything. But even the governors, they are not doing anything. So you are not going to tell me that the only person that will need to change Nigeria is the president. The governors also need to be good. There is no state in Nigeria where there is water. There is no state in Nigeria where there is water. There is no state in Nigeria where there is constant light. There is, see, this thing is more complex than we think. This is just the truth. So people don't like to hear this truth. They just like to be carried away. Sowore here, Moghalu there, Basketmat here. We are not playing. This is the simple truth. None of these people will be selected in 2019.
Yes. Some Nigerians who left comments in my YouTube channel, they say it will be better for the youth to come together and form one gigantic political platform.
Something like that.
Will help the youth to win the election.
Yes, something like that will also be very, very good and effective, because we will have number. You understand me? But even with this number, because if we are united, yes, we are very many. Even with this number, without functional institutions, it's still going to be difficult. You know why? They should go back and study the 2015 elections, how it truly happened. Buhari didn't win that election. This is the truth. Buhari didn't win. We heard Buhari. But the people that could have voted for Goodluck Jonathan were not allowed to vote. In the end, only by a slim number, I think about 2 million whatsoever, that Buhari had over Goodluck Jonathan. That is why the Westerners, the Western world, applauded Goodluck Jonathan, the way he handed over power to Buhari. He was recognized for it, because they know that he was not supposed to hand over, because the election was not free and fair. You understand me? So if the loyal people to Goodluck Jonathan were allowed to vote, Buhari would have won that election. But the loyal people to Goodluck Jonathan didn't vote. Millions of people didn't vote in that election. They know what I'm talking about. If they watch this video, they know I'm telling them the truth. There is nothing that they will tell me about the Nigerian politics. So if we are united, we should start thinking of also taking over the institutions in Nigeria.